Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Crazy Sam. This is another of my base layouts that I'm showcasing, if I may call it that. This is what I like to call Crazy's insane idea. Yeah, the name, I don't know, I just thought of that name. So let's first take a look at the Outpost. Let's skip this part. And I'll give you an overview through the edit mode. Let's get this out of the way. So as you can see, that's what it looks like. So it's multi-layered, a lot of components, assault components. I think it's about 130 or so assault components. And yeah, so let's sort of break it down a little bit in terms of the layers. So you would have the front layer with my hellfires here, which would do the brunt of the damage. They have their own damage amplifiers here for each one. That placement I couldn't really, because of that placement of how I put those up there, I had to sort of put some in the front and some on the sides here. So I tried to get it symmetrical, but yeah, it doesn't always work out, especially for me. I tend to build as I go, so it doesn't always, but these are small things. It doesn't affect the overall capability of the Outpost, so to say. And then we have a couple of exterminators facing out to the sides. We have another set of hellfires there, and there's one on top which is slightly elevated to give it a bit more elevation and distance in terms of targeting. We have a row which is a mix of CIWSs and Vipers, Viper chain guns on each side. CIWS is type 30 here, and the same thing on the opposite side. We have some smart mortars, and as you can see, they are all fed. They have their own ammo feeders, the auto loaders on the bottom level that I'll show you in a bit. So there's 1, 2, 3 in the front here. There are a couple on the sides which are feeding the ones on the side, and so on. So all the guns are getting fed ammo through the belt. At least I tried to get each of them on this level, including the one on the side here. As you can see, this one can feed this on the side, and yeah, including the mortars and everything. On the higher level, on the next layer, we have your big guns, we have your electromagnetic, and we have the 406 cruiser cannons. I tried to just do a mix just to make it slightly different. I have more of these, but I just decided to go with 2 of these and 2 of the other ones. You have your twin barrel 105mm artillery, and we have a couple of rocket arrays on the side there. Let me just give you a side view. So these are all fed from your Supreme autoloader here on the top here, and that has got its own round producers, one on each side. So I haven't really given it the ammo ammo makers, advanced ammo makers, because these are only feeding your artillery weapons. it's feeding only the artillery. There's no guns on that level which are taking ammo. Basically, I've tried not to put anything on there that would take up ammo. And you have your cargo drones scattered wherever I could find space, open areas, and your actual core tower would be up on top here in between the big guns. You have a few go to the side, you have a few healing stations, and you have your material converters, which I think is really important for big outposts, because you can convert all the things you don't really need into materials. You convert your weapons and gear which you don't really require. I just dump them in there and get them converted into materials, so that it helps me when it comes to the recovery day, so that I can place more things in command mode and things like that, and my ammo makers have enough materials to go through to keep churning up ammo. And at the back, well, you have a few missile silos. I did not use the nuke silos on this. I just went with the missile silos. As I mentioned in some of my other videos, I don't use the nuke silo that much during gameplay. It's not really all that effective. It's like a worst case scenario at most, and maybe in infinite mode it comes in handy a bit once it gets to the higher levels. But there's also the downside that it creates the sandstorm, which doesn't let you do things in command mode. So anyway, coming back to this, and I have just resource crates in the back here just to fill up empty space. There's multiple layers of that, which also adds to my total storage. And coming down onto one of the lower levels, so I have some guns here. I have mostly CIWSs and twin barrel light guns. The CIWSs on that level are not really getting any ammo, but the range is very specific on those. And normally, as I mentioned in my other videos as well, you don't get a lot of enemies towards the back. You don't have enemies spawning at the back of the outpost much, even during recovery. The only exception I would think is nebulas when they're dropping. If you do get that risk incident, then the nebulas tend to drop towards the back sometimes. So it's mostly for that scenario that I've put in guns at the back. These are again, twin barrel light guns, CIWSs. The ones on this lower level, on the inner level, are getting fed ammo, as you can see from the back here. So there is a auto loader here, advanced auto loader, which is feeding the other gun on the side, and this shell fire is also supporting these ones on this line here, and similarly on this side. It's just these three that are not getting anything. This one is just for the sake of putting things in there. I just put mediums and turrets. There's three of them. There's one here, there's one there, and one on the side here. It's just for lack of having anything else to put in there, just to utilize some space. You have super generators here on the lowest level. The lowest level is basically made up using the advanced armored wall. So the entire outside is advanced armored wall all the way around. So to utilize that space, I've stuck super generators or generators wherever. One side I've used battery packs along the side. There are also some weapons here. You have CIWSs a row on either side, but these are again set for very low range. It's like my last ditch effort in case the enemies tend to somehow get missed by the ones on top and they get too close, then these ones would come into it. There is, I would have to manually jump onto here and feed them, but like I mentioned, it's just a in case, if needed. If some stragglers get through, then those would be the ones taking care of that. Up in the front again, couple of smart mortars facing in different directions. I go a bit lower here. Again we have your advanced armored wall making up the front, and up on this level I have a few which are at an angle, again in case there are some stragglers which manage to get through. Similarly for these ones here, the machine gun turrets, those are all set at very low maximum range, so that it's for extremely close, which would get maybe to around here, and then those guns would take care of it if they do get to that stage, because normally your hellfires which are set to max range would take care. And on this side, since I didn't have too much space, I just stuck light gun again set for very very low range. Similarly the ones on top, like on the other side, the CIWSs. So the ones on the higher level, these ones would do the brunt of the work, and the ones on the lower end are just in case. So to show you the setup on the lower levels, I would have to go through X-ray mode, and the base would be full of battery packs, whatever I could fill at the amount, whatever amount I could cram in there. There's battery packs, there's resource crates, it's pretty much full of that. And we go up a bit, and I would have, let me go up a bit more. So we have two Supreme loaders here with their own conveyor belt system here, so that's going to be circulating ammo around with advanced ammo makers. And there's quite a few, there's 2 on there, there's about 8 or 10 of them in total. Yeah, I think it's about 8 total. I could have fit in a bit more on the sides, but I think this gives it enough space. Sometimes if you put too many of them close to each other, sometimes the ammo gets stuck, and if you're lucky, sometimes it gets pushed off and keeps moving. Other time it can get stuck and then stop the other ones which come on behind it. So then it becomes a problem, because suddenly the ammo production stops, the loaders run out of ammo, and sometimes it can get too late before you realize that something's not right. Let me go up a little bit. So your Supreme loaders would support my advanced loaders on the sides. There's 3 on this side, and this one takes care of the 3 in the front, and then the 3 on the side. This is just filling up empty space for materials. I'm just filling up wherever I could get space. I have a secondary kind of thing in terms of your ammo makers. I normally put them in the receptacle area, the orange area in which it picks up automatically. So sometimes if I run into trouble, then I can just use, create ammo on this, and the loaders would at least get a few ammo boxes. So that's the setup for that. On one side I had just created another fail-safe of sorts, wherein I have one ammo maker here and another on there, and that's just generating ammo. So it's a secondary thing, so one side would get ammo from those in case something happens with regards to the Supreme loader and the ammo getting stuck or something like that. So that's another fail-safe kind of thing that I've put in there. So sometimes I would just jump down here, and if there's unused ammo boxes, I would pick them up and manually fill in the Supreme loaders if need be, if it's required, if it comes down to that. So that is open access, because I can just climb down here and check out that layer. I come up, and again you'll see a lot of resource boxes just put up left, right, center. A few more ammo makers. Sometimes if I go in command mode and I place a lot of small artillery formations and things like that, I like to go and fill in manually sometimes if it gets too tough. And yeah, so that level, basically we're coming back to the main level. of the X-ray. So yeah, that what you saw is what can be seen up here. So this is just to give it access so that it can find the ones that it can feed ammo to. I tried to place it in a way wherein, you know, all of it gets fed ammo directly. On this level at least, each and every gun should be supported by your autoloaders. I don't think there's a single one which doesn't get fed ammo. And yeah, so overall that is what I call Crazy's insane idea. If you like the video, please do like, subscribe, share, comment. I'm always open to comments, and there are lots of people with creative ideas and, you know, things which can be done differently, and I'm always open to that. Like I mentioned, I basically build as I go. I don't have a set plan. When I start building a base, I just go with the flow, and I'll keep, you know, building as I go on. So there'll be some weird looking, you see, like these portions here, we have the large support platforms, but that's unused space because that's going outside the boundary. I cannot place anything else on there because that's beyond the boundary of the construction boundary, as they call it. So I can't place anything there, so hence it looks a bit strange with that open space on the outside there. But yeah, that's why I said I just build as I go. I don't bother with such small things. And yeah, that's about it. So that was another of my Outpost layouts. I hope you liked the video. Like I said, please do like and subscribe if you like the video, so I can make more videos like this showcasing all my different base layouts. And just check out my channel and check out my other videos as well. That's it for this one, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.